Okay, we had to stop over at the Astoria Column here in Astoria, Oregon. There's stairs to the top, so let's climb to the top. Astoria Column, built in the 1920s, 26 I think, built by the president of the Great Northern Railroad. He wanted to make monuments along the railroad, with the Astoria Column being the crowning column monument. My favorite part about this monument though is that it's based off of the Trajan column in Rome. It has a histogram just like Trajan's column, but this one tells the story of the history, American history in the area. So I think this is definitely worth a stop if you're ever passing through Astoria. You gotta see the Astoria Column. We made it to the top of the column. Let's soak in the views. Where'd it go? You want to pass mine? I'm terrified of heights, so let's head back down. Yeah. Astoria, where we are. That must be the column. Columbia River out into the Pacific. There's Cape Disappointment. That's where we stayed last night. Next to the Astoria Column. And at the Astoria Column, they have a replica of Chinook Chief Comley's burial canoe. He was the chief of the Chinook in this area when Lewis and Clark first came here. Another cool thing I learned about the Astoria Column is that during World War II, the Navy took over control of the column to use it as like an airplane spotter or something like that. Pretty cool. Would be a cool spot to be stationed. I'm on the Astoria waterfront and I got a great view of the Astoria Magler Bridge. What's special about this bridge is it's the longest continuous truss bridge in the US. It connects Washington all the way over there to Oregon, where I am now. It spans the Columbia River right at the mouth of the Columbia River, connecting it to the Pacific. So big ships will sail sail all the way down the Columbia River up to Idaho. It's pretty amazing. I can see the ships behind me. Here they are. 1, 2, 3. Astoria is an awesome historical town. I could spend a lot of time here exploring. We made it to Cannon Beach, Oregon. Cannon Beach and Haystack Rock is right behind me. This is an iconic, famous beach here in Oregon on the west coast. Now, why is it called Cannon Beach? Well, it used to be called Ekola. Ekola is the word, local tribal name for whale. Now, apparently there was another town called Iloa, and they kept getting Ekola and Iloa mixed up. So you need to know that, why it's called Cannon Beach. So, introducing the cannons. In 1844, the USS Shark was sent here to do Navy activity for the US. It was the first US ship to do activity in the Pacific, on the Pacific coast. The first US ship to cross over the Strait of Magellan. They get here, it's 1844, the ship sinks. So over the following years, items from this sunken ship would show up on the beach, including cannons. So a cannon kept appearing and disappearing and appearing with the tide and the wet sand. So when it came time to rename the beach, they decided to rename the town after that cannon. Therefore, it's known as Cannon Beach to this day. So that's the history of why it's known as Cannon Beach. It's beautiful and it's really busy. Totally touristy spot. Check this out. I can't believe some people are actually like swimming. I don't see any surfers though, but apparently people surf here. Okay, we made it to the iconic Haystack Rock. It's home to tide pools and thousands of different species, hundreds of different species of birds. There's even puffins that live here. It's 235 feet tall, I just read, and it was formed millions of years ago by lava tubes. I'm just gonna sit around and enjoy it. It's very crowded, but it's very nice. Oh, and there's these two things called the two needles are over here. The needles. Man, I can't believe people live over here. Look at these houses. It's probably Oregon's most iconic landmark, Haystack Rock. And I can tell why it's so popular. This is beautiful. We're all out of time, so we gotta head back home. But that's Cannon Beach. We ended up staying at this awesome campground, just about a 10-minute walk away from the beach. It's called Rights for Camping. It's a private campground. It's awesome. Cannon Beach is a must-do. It's very touristy, but that's for a reason. It's beautiful. There's lots to do in the town. Even if you have a family, it's worth it. There's a lot of families here. If you're single, I would even come. A lot of single people here. Okay, that's Cannon Beach. Signing off from Rights for Camping. See you next time.